We have the Wildling right here coming in as main harasser. Question is, what will Afu go for? We have the survivors checked in, and we can see Afu's dangerous sculptor coming to play. Very excited to see this match against GG. So far, also want to mention we had a tie in the first two halves in the...
Oh man, there you have it, folks. Though both sides having locked in their respective compositions.
And here we have Afu spawning inside of the red church, immediately transitioning over to the areas where he will find his first targets. They are transitioning away, though. We have Tinnitus, no, not Tinnitus active, but he can see the trails on the floor. Now actually finding one of his main targets that he wants to go for. It is the priestess. It can just be an extremely difficult character to deal against with late game, so therefore definitely the right choice from Afu going against the priestess that early on. This might give the team more time to decode, since she's also an extremely difficult target early game, but we have seen what damage she can deal to the hunter when she is still on the map late game. So therefore Afu really trying to get the priestess, trying to get that first survivor right here. With the hit comes in, is able to transition over into the building now and trying to buy more and more time, but we can see that Afu really doing a fantastic job. There are two portals ready. How will the priestess utilize them, and will she even be able to utilize them? No, she won't. Priestess down very early in this match. Fantastic job. The Cypher machines are at halfway. We have the basement right here, and early in the game the priestess will start on the rocket chair in the basement.
Yes, and oh my gosh, gonna be an interesting challenge for GG, in which case they can easily commit someone to go for the rescue, and it is a priestess, so long as they play their cards right, that portal could be a beneficial escape for these survivors, but we'll just have to see. But so far from what we're seeing, Afu just putting on the pressure once again.
Oh, wow. We can see the Seer really dodging these. Oh, we can also see the top, bottom left. Always keep your eyes on the left. The Wildling coming in for a rescue right after the halfway mark was hit. Afu cycling back, trying to get these hits on the priestess. Really wants to get her right now. Really wants to send her out of the game. We have the owl from the Seer coming in for the rescue, buying time for the priestess to get away, get out. Oh, Blake is coming in. That might be very, very difficult, and she is inside of the building again, putting down that pallet. Whew, this is very, very intense, putting down another portal, but now she has another portal. Oh my god, but now she ran out of portals, was utilizing the red church. Very, very good to buy more time for the survivors, but right now it's extremely crucial for Afu to close that gap, to bring down that priest, and that will be the first survivor out of the game. Again, we mentioned it over and over again. Priestess is just an extremely slippery target, as well as extremely dangerous survivor late game. So that is a very good elimination on the side of XROCK. Now we can see two Cypher machines remaining. One almost decoded. The second one just started, and we can see rotation from the survivor side, which also means that the decoding speed will be a little bit decreased, because we have the Seer running around. No owl available yet. Used this owl on the priestess and is now trying to buy more time. Always keep eyes on the left side of the screen. You can see the Cypher machine is about to pop. Seer is going down right here with the statues. And there we have the pop of the last Cypher machine. Wildling is the one who will now go in to harass the hunter to buy time. 4-4-4-5 for the mercenary to bring down that last Cypher machine, but it will be a difficult task, since we can see right here the sculptor can definitely put pressure on that last Cypher machine as well.
Yes, and oh man, good thing they were able to get that rescue right away. They have a lot to work with, in which case, but Afu just hell-bent and intent on getting Kukao here. As you know, Kukao was just an absolute champ kiting, and right now is no exception. Just drops the pallet onto Afu. Afu, of course, you know, question is, gonna go the full commit? Yes, that will be the case. Just really wants to go full commit onto this Seer, knowing very well that he has wants to try to go for the guarantee of getting survivors out of this gate, because knowing very well that it's going to be a bit tricky if Afu tries to contend with the ciphers that are already in progress, knowing that it's already likely ready for the popping, given the amount of time it's taken to try to land down the spear. But good timing coming from ZB in exchange. Going to try to time this rescue properly, just so that this mercenary can time the pop as well. Down they go, but there you go, back up.
Fantastic pop right here, really good job. We saw Afu was expecting the pop a little bit earlier as well, because he was bringing on the Seer with the statues, so he would have his normal hit ready immediately. Was expecting that Cypher pop after the rescue, and Survivors did a fantastic job. And now we can see that the Seer is really trying to buy time for the rest of the team to at least get out of here with 2 Survivors. Fantastic job avoiding that hit, getting distance with the pallet. And now we can see Seer is taking a hit, getting over this pallet. We can see the exit gates should be open. Mercenary and Wildling should be able, yep, in the bottom left we see it, should be able to get away. There we have another tie. If the Seer goes down, if the Seer is able to actually kite around for longer and get through the gate as well, or dungeon, which is extremely unlikely in that area of the map, we might see a 3-point game for GG. But we can also see the Wildling transitioning over to the dungeon, trying to get through the dungeon. Maybe... Oh, Afu tried to get another survivor out of the game by teleporting to the gate, decided to go for the back
of the survivors, banning the An, because GG Swam's An has been doing a lot of the work here, and he's been so dominant in getting the points for the survivors. So I wonder, because this will be the first time we're seeing a different hunter coming out of Swam. Wow, okay. A double Bonbon pick from GG. Quite interesting, because Bonbon in Red Church would definitely be a big headache for the survivor side. But as you mentioned, this, would you say, meta textbook could
potentially be proceeding into the finals with the points just still dead even between these two. But let's see, with the spread of survivors that you see on the table along with the hunter, looks like we'll be heading straight in it. It is GG's hunter now on the prowl for day 4 of the semifinals, game 2 of the second half.
We see that he is a top broken. He going for the forward right away. Quenching effect will be a factor, so teleport. So a little bit, it's the same build we saw in the previous match with PP Ja. So quite interesting to see how Swam will be trying to down this forward. But note, in the 50-second mark, if he's not able to get presence, he will be going for that teleport to try and probably snuff out the Seer, or maybe try to go for the flare gun, just to get rid of the flare gun of that that coordinator. But it seems like he's going with a full commit here, and he's really trying to down Billy. Oh, yes. The teleport.
Not wasting any time whatsoever, by the way. Portal will get chucked, so commitment will just come down to T. Bumps not quite aligning just yet, still looking, but this tight spot right there should merit it. There you go, already halfway through for T. But distance established. Let's go ahead and see if he can make a smooth transition over to the next tier.
Yeah, he is saving that owl. Oh, but look at that time bomb. One more hit would do, and he has to use that owl. And the flare gun combo. SXY was in the area just to give T an extended kite time. Great rotations from XROCK, the purple miracle.
Yes, and look at this. T able to establish quite a bit of distance once again, but has to be careful. This guard 26 is slowly going to close in. Portal is in the area, though, just decides to take it away. T already playing ring around Rosie around the church with this guard 26. Take note of the progress, though, at a decent rate. But since there has to be a level of collaboration just to keep T alive, it has slowed down just a little bit, but with some good merits. The longer they could keep T alive, then just gives them all the more opportunity. So.
Yeah, T, great transition over to the graveyard, but we did know that Swam did use a lot of those, break those pallets, and the Seer is falling down. So now Billy in the area would definitely be one to take note of for Swam. Billy using that football just to get more distance away. A lot of Cypher progress coming at the bat, even though there's only 4 Cyphers remaining. 2 about 50% already, and 1 is close to popping, while I believe Billy is trying to transition to a better position. This is is the Seer's first time on the rocket chair, so still a lot of time. But Swam, again, if he wants to go a bit more aggressive, he can. He does have the options for that portal, or they could just cut their losses because Bonbon is just so dangerous when it comes to camping these survivors.
Yes, and okay, interesting enough, we're not seeing any particular moves just yet from XROCK to try to go for a save, but then again, it does make sense with much respect to the fortress, like the pseudo fortress that this guard 26 can put on to make sure that nobody touches the survivor that he's guarding. So I think XROCK realizes that.
But look at that, XXY making his way to go and save, going past the halfway mark, but the teleport will be utilized. Oh, wow, just in time, though, gets the save. The coordinator probably brought broken windows. Tide Turner won't be a factor. And now, excellent rebound. We have to wait for T's excellent rebound kiting skills for him to be able to buy enough time for everyone to rotate back to where their ciphers were. So there is a cipher that is primed in Graveyard, but these chain bombs are stacking up. How long will T survive? There's not much pallets to work with, Articuno.
Yes, there really isn't that much anymore. There you go, have that last one, but you know what? Doesn't even need it, as Zom will just manage to bonk him in the head, and this is gonna be the end for the Seer. First survivor back to the manor. Huge sigh of relief for the Hunter for GG. Now on to the next target, and looks like, should this transition continue?
Yeah, sigh of relief for the survivors too, because he did exhaust his teleport, so they do have some times to re-rotate to better positioning here. And you saw that the Priestess did use a global portal for her to get away from the back exit. Now it is back to square one with Swam. He has to go back and chase those survivors, but Coordinator seems to be the most viable target since she does not have any more resources and is half-life, so one regular hit or two chain bombs would definitely do the trick in downing her. YJJ trying to make a push for the cipher at Graveyard because it is primed and ready. Two ciphers remaining, so Swam has to chase her out of this area.
Yes, and okay. Bombs just throwing in all the way from the distance. So it's hitting two birds with one stone here at this point. We want to keep the survivors on their feet and try to force them from not getting significant progress on these ciphers. But the big thing here is that you already have one that's already near completion and one just in case that they could work on. But wow, look at the distance on that, getting the hit as well.
And look at the time bombs. He wants to be able to camp this one over here at Red Church, but then again, he also knows that the other cipher that's being primed is over there at the Graveyard. We are seeing the Coordinator dig for a chest, so that will definitely help out in terms of resources, but take note as well that Swam's teleport is ready, so they have to be very careful when it comes to pushing these ciphers and not get caught off guard. Billy, on the other hand, has a little football remaining that'll just get him a little bit of distance. So again, a great target for Swam's side. Swam just now playing the patience game, going with more defense than offense and not really pursuing any survivors, waiting for them to hang themselves or waiting for them to make a mistake so that he can be able to capitalize. But we see that the Priestess is over at the red carpet at reception, trying to push that cipher. The Coordinator does have perfume but wants to look for more tools here to salvage. Billy 1/4 hit away from falling back down. We see that she is trying to carry two tools. We see the Magician's wand as well as the perfume. So this will definitely play into factor probably late game. Billy will be falling down though here at Shack.
Yes, a bit unfortunate, but you know what? All the more fortunate for Zom on the flip side, not wanting to waste any more time, gets a survivor. Now, the question is, what is XROCK's move going to be next? Looks like they're just priming more.
No, it seems like they did a bit of a switch because the Priestess has to go on chair saving duty while the Coordinator had to get rid of those crows, and she will be priming that cipher. Swam was able to see that in the distance, so he is marking that target down, and he does know that the Priestess is the one that is the most healthy to go for that save. She does have one holy key to use, and now we have to wait here at the timing of these bomb hits because the Priestess has to go through the fire here just to get to her. Comrade gets the regular hit and tries to sprint towards Billy. We are seeing the pop happen already. Okay, they know that the detention won't be a factor. Now it's YJJ that is doing the kiting.
Yes, now question is, how much can YJJ kite this Hunter? Already closing some distance. Once again, bombs are just coming back and forth, dodging and weaving, but not going to work out towards the end. That's going to be one very happy Hunter as he brings that Priestess to a rocket ship. Question is, can he go for more?
thing is, the coordinator was already opening that gate. The forward is almost at the exit. He does have teleport, so will he gamble it? Will he go for it? He is walking. He needs to be very conservative, but we do see that they're making a switch here. The coordinator just trying to just make sure he escorts the forward accordingly and uses that, and it seems like it's going to be another 2-2 for both these teams.
Both sides continuing to play it safe.